Do you like IPAs? I don't like IPAs. At least I haven't found one I like. Will I like one of these? Stick around and find out. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy. Today we are going to celebrate IPA Beer Day, which is officially August 1st. We're doing this a couple of days early, and I'm a little apprehensive here because I don't like IPA beers. So I had invited my stepson over. He loves IPA beers. We couldn't get our schedules to sync up, so I was hoping to give you the opinions of somebody that really likes IPAs and somebody that doesn't. That would be me. But since we couldn't get our schedules synced together, it's just going to be me telling you the flavors that I get, the aromas that I get, and whether I like them or not. I will rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. But I just hope maybe I'll find one I like, because I bought 6 different IPAs. Now, some are just regular IPAs, some are hazy IPAs. I think one is a double IPA, one is an IPA with hibiscus. So wish me luck. All right, I'm going to put all of these in the same style of glass. I got 6 identical glasses, even though they have different decals on the front. And the first one I'm going to start with is City IPA. Now, I've written some information down on these so that I don't mess anything up here, but this is 12-ounce can, obviously. This one is 7.25% alcohol by volume. This one is made by Rough Tail Brewing Company out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Says best served 45 to 50 degrees. I would imagine that my refrigerator is probably cooler than that. It's probably down below 40 degrees. Sorry, can't help that any. Again, India Pale Ale by Rough Tail Brewing Company. And I'm going to assume you pour these just like you do any normal beer. Did a nice 45-degree angle. Now it's got a pretty good head on it. You look at it there, that's 2 inches of head as I poured that. Got a nice kind of a cloudy gold orangish color. It doesn't say that it's not a hazy IPA, so I don't know how cloudy a non-hazy IPA is. Hazy by the name, I think, would be cloudier than that. But this is a limited release. This is not available year-round. I got this can, this 12-ounce can, for $1.99 plus tax at the Cellar Wine and Spirits in Norman, Oklahoma. They have a huge selection of not only many kinds of beers, but many made in Oklahoma beers, as well as all kinds of liquor and wine. So, pretty good place to go. So that head seems to kind of stand there. Don't know that we can top that off a little bit. Well, let's give this a taste and a smell. It smells to me very bitter. This one did not have an IBU on it, so I don't know the international bitterness units for this, and the website didn't have it either. So that's one thing I don't like about IPAs, is how bitter they are to me, and very, very hoppy. Well, like I said, it smells kind of bitter. Definitely smell the hops. I can smell some orange, but I may just be smelling a bunch of foam too. Now, to me, that's a classic IPA. It is a little more sweet as I drink it. The site said maybe a little bit sweet, yeah. And so it tastes sweeter than it smelled. Yeah, it definitely smells hoppy and bitter. But it does have a bit of a sweeter taste to it. Has kind of a lingering orangey flavor on the back of my tongue into my throat. Overall, that's not a bad, for me, a bad IPA. I think that I could drink this. If somebody offered me that beer, I'd drink it as long as I knew what it was. But that to me, I wish I knew the international bitterness units, because to me this one is right hovering on the edge of, if it goes more IBUs, I think that's going to be too bitter for me. But that's the City IPA again by Rough Tail Brewing, a limited release. Let's roll into the next one. All right, next, what do we have here? This one is going to be Stone Cloud Brewing Mellow IPA, Mellow India Pale Ale, Crisp Hoppy Chill. I don't know what that means on the front of it. Again, 12-ounce can. Stone Cloud Brewing is out of Oklahoma City. It does have a Stillwater tap room as well. This one is 7% alcohol by volume, 12 fluid ounce can. Again, this one cost me $2.79 plus tax for a 12-ounce can at the cellar. Again, in Norman, Oklahoma. It says 7%. This one is available year-round. So if you want that, then you can find it anytime. According to the brewer's website, it is made with citric mosaic hops, and it's brewed in a West Coast style. So let's give this one a shot. Ooh, made a mess with that. Now that one does not produce as much head, you can tell right off the bat. Well, I guess it did, just didn't rise so fast that I couldn't put the rest of it in the can. All right. See what we have here. Wow, that one smells much more bitter. It smells somewhat, I guess, tropical. I don't know if that's it says the citrus mosaic hops that it used. Wow. It does kind of have you can still smell the hops, definitely. It doesn't smell as bitter as the previous one. And that one does not taste as bitter as that one. So again, this one, it doesn't have the IBU on this can or on the website. I like that one. Has a very, it's not very hoppy. It's not very bitter at all. It has just enough bitterness that you know it's an IPA, or at least I would. If somebody just poured it and handed it to me without seeing the can, I would think that was an IPA, just because I can taste a little bit of the bitterness. Has a little bit of a citrus flavor to it, but overall, I like that. It's not. It's very kind of crisp. It doesn't linger long in my mouth. You can see the head didn't last long either. I don't know whether that's good or bad. But I am a beer guy before I am anything else, and I like that. As a non-IPA drinker, that is a very mellow IPA. I like that one. Ranking-wise, rating-wise, I would give that, for me, that's probably an 8 or so, because it is so drinkable for me, and I don't like bitter, hoppy beers. So That one is very mellow as an IPA. Kind of tropical citrus. Yeah. Found a winner in that one. I think I'll put that one in the fridge and drink it later. This doesn't take very long. On to the next one. All right. This one is Trail Magic Hazy IPA. Let me get my eyes back on again. So this is Hazy IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. This one is brewed and canned by Cabin Boys Brewery out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's all the information it has on the can. So on the website, again, this one is, it says that it's 7% ABV. On the website, it said it is 14 on the IBU scale. And it says on the website also, we should expect papaya, peach, and tangerine aromatic notes. Didn't say anything about how it should taste or how it should finish. It is made, it says dry hopped with Simcoe, Cryo, and Citra. I guess that's the type of hops that they use for this. So, the Trail Magic Hazy IPA. Man, I am continuing to splatter that across there. All right. Pour test. Now, if that is a hazy IPA, it doesn't look any different than the other ones. It almost looks a little more clear than those, just for comparison. This is the first one. This is the second one. You can tell this one is much more yellow than these two, which are much more orange. So I don't know where the hazy part comes in. So again, we got a lot of fruits on this one, supposedly. I can smell almost no hops at all. Smell just a hint. Wow. So, give this a shot. I taste a little more. That one's still a little bitter. That one says it's 14 on the IBU scale. It's not, I do definitely taste the fruits that it was talking about. It says papaya, peach, and tangerine. I don't know that I could pick each one of those out individually, but I do taste the fruitiness. I don't really taste any orange. It does lean more toward the tropical fruits. Availability wise, the website didn't say if this is seasonal, limited, or year round. So this is another one that I could actually drink regularly. It is a hazy IPA. That one is not bad at all. Let's see, I gave the previous one an 8. This one is going to be at least an 8, if not maybe an 8.5 or so, just because it has a little less oranginess and a little more maybe lemony. And tangerine, not tangerine. It said tangerine, but I don't taste tangerine. Or maybe that's the mix of what they say is papaya, peach, and tangerine, just that tropical flavor. So I like this one. Again, I'm going to give that an 8.5. It looks like I forgot to tell you, this one, hazy IPA, Trail Magic Hazy IPA. This 12-ounce can was $3.29 at the cellar. So getting a little more expensive. But this one again doesn't say whether it's available year round or not. So at that price, I would lean towards probably seasonal. All right, on to the next one. The 9. Now this is the 9 India Pale Ale. This is by Coop Ale Works. Nope, I'm sorry. Iron Monk Brewing in Stillwater. So this is 6.1%. This one says it is, the can doesn't, but the website did, an IBU of 18. So the previous one was 14. You would think this one is a little bit more bitter. I think the higher the number, the more bitter it is. So it should barely be a little bit more bitter. So again, the 9 India Pale Ale, brewed and canned by Iron Monk Brewing in Stillwater, Oklahoma, 6.1%, IBU of 18. This one is available year-round. Now this one, wow, that's got a lot more head on it. I don't know if that means that it's more carbonated. I would lean towards that. The others, to me, did not taste very carbonated. So, I mean, I didn't get real fizzy in the mouth. Wow. But that's got a nice, crisp, clear, yellowish color. It looks like a regular ale. It is not cloudy, not hazy, kind of a pale orange appearance. Now it smells much more sweet than the previous ones. The manufacturer said it should be juicy, not bitter, crisp and clean, medium body. Well, I can definitely say it doesn't smell bitter. Hopefully it doesn't taste bitter. I don't get a strong malty smell. I don't get a strong hoppy smell. Mostly citrus. Now that is very, very crisp. Again, not bitter. Again, this one was 18. That one that I liked was 14. Very, very close. So that one had to be, the other one that was okay. I think it was the mellow that wasn't marked. That one has to be right around this 15. I'm going to say 15 to 20. That is very citrusy for sure. Is that what they said? Yeah. Not bitter, medium body. It just said juicy, but very citrusy. Citrusy as in lemon limey, maybe a hint of pineapple. Wow. It is not fizzy, not over carbonated. Got a good crisp, light flavor, light body to it. Okay, so I'm going to say for now, this one is also going to be an 8.5. All right, number 5. Coop Ale Works Hook Echo. Now this one is, as I said, Hook Echo Hazy IPA by Coop Ale Works out of Oklahoma City. This one is also 12-ounce can, says it is 6% ABV, 55 on the IBU scale. So we just went from, what did I say, 18, below 20 to 55. Wow. I just don't know how that's going to turn out in this. Now, this one has some, I don't know if this is just to make things look cool, but this has, I guess I thought maybe it was the different fruit flavors that it may be. had in there. Okay, let's try this. It does say, let's see, my notes does say this is seasonal. So if it's seasonal in Oklahoma and it's called Hook Echo, that probably means it comes out in tornado season. Great question. Good foam, nice color. This one's supposed to be the hazy IPA. You know, these other ones that say, this said it was a hazy IPA. Looks about the same. These others that were not hazy, this one's just an India Pale Ale. Looks almost the same. I'm not sure what the hazy has to do with anything. All right, let's give this a shot. What do we smell here? Wow, 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 wow. I can definitely tell you that 55 international bitterness units is right there. Now, see, this one would concern me. If somebody handed this to me, I'm not sure that I could drink that. I would probably be scared. But since I paid $2.19 for this 12-ounce can at the cellar, we're going to give it a shot. It does smell, smells citrusy, fruity, but it smells very hoppy and bitter. Wow, that's very surprising. IBU of 55, I expected it to just give me the bitter beer face, but it has a very, very deep tropical fruit flavor. Again, no way I could pick out all the different tropical fruits that are there, you know, what the options are, but it does have when you think of an island, tropical fruits, I don't know, pineapple, papaya, melon, I don't want to say coconut, but anyhow, you get the point. It is much sweeter in the mouth than it smells. Much fruitier in the mouth than it smells. So, because that one smells very bitter, and it does, you do get or at least I do, get a taste of bitterness out of it. I'm still going to put that below the other ones, and I'm going to give that one a 7. 7 for the Hook Echo. But all in all, very, very drinkable. I don't know, I might become an IPA fan. Let's move on to the next one. All right. I saved this one for last for 2 reasons. One, it's the biggest one. 2, it's the most expensive. And 3, it really scares me. This one is Glitter Tooth. Double India Pale Ale with hibiscus. This one is made by Heirloom Rustic Ales out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is 8.1% by volume, and this is a 16-ounce can, 1 pint. This can, again, 1 pint, cost me $4.59 plus tax. At the cellar in Norman, Oklahoma. No idea why it has all this. Well, I guess it's called Glitter Tooth, so that's why it has this big toothy grin on the front of it. The only thing that I could find on the website, and it also says on here, it's 8.1% alcohol by volume, and it's made with Nelson Sauvin hops. I don't know what that means, what kind of hops they are. It did not give me anything about the IBU scale, but this one is a double India Pale Ale with hibiscus. Whoa! Check that out. Wowzer dowser. That has a very grapefruity color to me. Very, very red, but that looks grapefruit. I cannot tell you what I think hibiscus tastes like. I really don't know. I don't know if the hibiscus gives it this color or if it's the Nelson Sauvin hops. Wow, that's interesting. That is a crazy color there for, I mean, that looks like a grapefruit beer. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, let's give this a shot. That smells very hoppy. You can tell it has something different, and maybe it's mental, but because of the hibiscus and the color, it seems like it smells different than the others. Not just hoppy, not just fruity, but something different. But definitely hoppy. Well, as those that have ever watched the movie Hollywood Nights, it does kind of have a twang to it. Wow. Can't. Hibiscus is. I thought hibiscus was a plant, flower. Not sure. It's not terrible. It's just not me. The more I drink it and then lick my lips, I kind of get a little bit of a sweetness. I don't. You would think, again, a hibiscus is a flower. You would think that you would get kind of a floral smell. I don't get a floral smell. At least, not the way I think I should get a floral smell. It doesn't taste bad. I think that it's probably better than the first one. Again, I don't know what the IBUs on this is. I'm going to say it's probably got to be down around the 20 mark, like the others, or below. There's not it's easy to drink. You can tell it is very cloudy, very, again, grapefruity red in color. Had a great head on it. It's not overcarbonated. It is not hard to drink, and it is not overly bitter, which is strange because I believe it said, yeah, it's a double pale ale with hibiscus. And I've always thought a double pale ale would be even more bitter than the others. Apparently I'm wrong. Wow, that's interesting. I could drink it. I'm going to rate that one a 7. A 7. Because it is good enough that I could finish this beer. I wouldn't have a problem drinking another one. If I was eating hot wings or something, and that's what I started with, I wouldn't have a problem continuing that. I like to finish whatever beer I start with. I like to drink the same thing most of the night. So don't like changing throughout like I have here. So let's just do a recap. All right, to recap the 6 IPAs I've tried here. City IPA, $1.99 for a 12-ounce can by Rough Tail Brewing. I rated that one a 5. It was just a little too bitter for me. You have Mellow IPA, India Pale Ale, Stone Cloud Brewing out of Oklahoma City. I rated that one an 8, $2.79 for a 12-ounce can. Trail Magic Hazy IPA, Cabin Boys Brewery out of Tulsa. $3.29 for this 12-ounce can. I rated that one an 8.5. It was good. The 9 India Pale Ale from Ironmont Brewing out of Stillwater. $2.99 for this 12-ounce can. I rated that one an 8.5. Hook Echo Hazy India Pale Ale, Coop Ale Works out of Oklahoma City. $2.19 for this 12-ounce can. I rated that one a 7. And bringing up the rear, the Glitter Tooth Double IPA with Hibiscus. This is a 1-pint can for $4.59, made by Heirloom Rustic Ales out of Tulsa. I rated that one a 7. So the winner is a tie between these two at 8.5. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this testing of different IPAs. Again, I am not an IPA guy. I don't like bitter beer. Hoppy beers are usually bitter to me. And as you can see, just because it says IPA doesn't mean you won't like it if you like sweet or crisp or clean, clear beers. I was pleasantly surprised by the majority of these beers. So celebrate National IPA Beer Day. Go out, find you an IPA, or test some IPAs and see if you can find one that you like. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, like, share, give me a thumbs up, and put some comments below. Let me know what you think. And then come back and see us next time here in the Speakeasy.